Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sefer Tanya. We are today Tuesday, the first of Nisan, Rosh Chodesh Nisan. So we are at the beginning of the next month of Nisan. Nisan, Nisei Nisim, two nuns, Nisei Nisim, miracles upon miracles. Let's jump right into Sefer Tanya with the commentary from Rabbi Weinberg, beginning the piece. The patriarchs. Again, the quote, the commentary from Rabbi Weinberg introducing the piece. The patriarchs were constantly in that state of self-nullification before Hashem, denoted by the term chariot. Similarly, in the case of the tzaddikim spoken of here, through their Torah mitzvahs, they effect the highest degree of self-nullification before Hashem in themselves and all their affairs. The abode of their souls, therefore, is likewise in a world pervaded with the spirit of self-nullification, namely the world of Atzilut. Now, Sefer Tanya. But mi sheshorach nishmasoi. He who the source of his soul, katan, is too small. Mihachil avodat tama zu. It's too limited in its capacity for this perfect service. Someone whose soul's root is too limited to be a chariot, a perfect chariot for Hashem. The batel v'lichlel b'ora yisbarach, to be nullified and included in the light, in his light, blessed be he, b'avodato, in his service, b'kavius, constantly, right? It's not happening for this particular person. It's not going to be always completely nullified and included in Hashem's light. But rather, l'frakim v'iti mishahem et ratzon lamala, but rather occasionally, and at times when there is an auspicious time above. What is auspicious time above? Ukamo, for example, with Tefillah Shemona Esrei, Shehi Batzilus, when it's davening Shema Esrei, and that Shema Esrei is at the level of Atzilus. Ubefrat, and particularly Biftachavut Shabbat, when he's bowing in Shemona Esrei. Kol hishtachava hi bebechinas atzilus, that every bowing is a level of atzilus. Kemosh katuv, like it says, b'priyetz hayim, in the Sefer Priyetz Hayim, b'Kabbalah Shabbat, dealing with the section on the coming of Shabbat. Kihi inin bitul b'oris baruch. The idea of bowing is the idea of being nullified in Hashem's light, blessed be He. Liyod, being chashiv kamei kla mamash, to be considered as absolutely nothing before Him. Azai, then gamkein, so too ikar kaviyus nishmasohu b'olam abriya. In the case of he that in the case of he who can attain the level of a chariot only at such times, even at these times, the principal abode of his soul is in the world of Bria. For we're dealing with here with a soul associated with the world of Bria. So Azai Gamkein Ikara Kibios Nishmasahu Bria. So we're speaking about someone that occasionally reaches to these higher levels, like Shemona Esrei, and particularly when he's bowing. But generally, he's not at that level, and his soul is found in the world of Bria, like we spoke about before. Rak only lefrakim, sometimes Beit Ratzon at an auspicious time, Ta'ali Nishmaso, his soul goes up. Latzilus, to the world of Atzilus, but Bechinas Mayin Nukvin, in the aspect of feminine waters, Kayadua Lidechain, which is a concept known to those who know Kabbalah. And that's not something that I'm so familiar with, but I think the idea of feminine waters is raising up from below, and masculine waters is coming down from above, but don't know much about that. And that is today's Tanya. So, in summary, we're talking about these two worlds, Bria and Atzilus, and Bria being the lower of those two worlds, and Atzilus being infinitely higher than that. It's a whole other reality, which is Atzilus is Eitzel. It's like close to Hashem, an expression of Hashem. And we spoke today that even a soul that's rooted in Bria, the lower level, can occasionally rise to this higher level. That's today's Tanya. See you tomorrow on Wednesday on the 2nd of Nisan. Good night.